Va salute. This is Troy Pacelli of Last Call, and I'm just here to let you know that the following live stream is rated R for adult language, highly inappropriate jokes, and oh, who the are we kidding? We have no idea what is going to come out of Gorilla's mouth. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Let me know if my mic's sounding okay, because I had to switch one, because apparently dollar store headphones don't last that long. So, with me, I got Resolute Germ. How are you doing?
Okay, how you doing?
It's been a day. Nothing I could talk about. Online, at least. Yeah, PvP, how are you doing?
Not too bad. It's been a day, as you said. Not a bad day, not a great day, but it's a day. And any day that's a day when you wake up, that's a good day, I suppose, right, Gorilla?
Unless you know you're going to heaven.
I don't know if I'm that good. Oh well, it is what it is, right?
Yeah. And welcome, Pop Culture Curator. Welcome. And PvP says hi, Pop. And Pop says hi, PvP. And welcome, LDG. Did you get your proof you needed, LDG?
Hey, hi, LDG. And if you can find evidence, we would all like to hear about it eventually if you want to share that.
But we damn sure don't want to see it.
No, we don't want to say it. We don't want to. Once was bad enough. Once was bad enough. It's like, oh yeah.
Maybe I'll head to the underground tonight, but because after that deer bot. Oh, nothing yet. I was gonna say because after that deer that super chat.
Yeah, you gotta wonder sometimes. Oh well.
Yeah. So now, did you guys? My first question is: have either of you guys used a Ouija board before?
I did when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very simple device.
But that's a long time ago.
Yeah, like I could tell my mom was pulling on it though.
I think generally people kind of unconsciously kind of move it with their fingers. They're not really thinking that they're doing it, but I mean, if you got your hand on that thing long enough, the pressure from your hand is, especially if there's 3 or 4 people, it's eventually going to go somewhere, right? That's at least what I figure.
Well, usually I figured one or 2 people are always pulling on it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, when I was with my kid friends, we never had any ghostly messages or anything. It was probably more just, I can't even remember what it was. But it was probably just, boring stuff that didn't really mean much. So,
All right. Well, I'm actually going to do a poll this time.
Hey. Cool.
All right. I forgot to do that earlier. What would you grade this? I was running a little bit. Oh wait, that's not a poll. Wait. A plus to A minus. Let's see. B plus to D minus. Let's see. C plus to D minus. It's I hate how they give us limited things.
Is the poll not working or something?
Yeah, it'll work. I have to cut the last one thing. All right, now we got a poll in the chat there for you guys. So everybody say hi to each other here. So start that and let's go. Let's go already. Oh, didn't I have it pulled up? Oh, I swear I had this pulled up. Sorry about this, folks. It'll be. Oh.
Hey, maybe it's the spirits that are interfering with your stream tonight, Gorilla.
Or I went down to Iowa there, and I was coming. I was running really late today.
Oh, you were running late? You've been doing that a lot lately, it seems. I remember there was one time you had to just not even do a stream because you were on the road or whatever.
Oh yeah, I had to go help people.
Oh, well, that's good. It's good to be helpful.
All right, so let's go ahead and share this.
There we go.
All right, now, did you guys notice anything different about this episode than a normal?
Gosh, not offhand.
Not in the way you're suggesting. The writing was a little bit, well, quite a bit different.
Well, yeah, the story was very unusual for a Waltons episode because it kind of strayed away from the family stuff and kind of went, well, let's face it went into the sort of the supernatural for a lot of the story. So that was very different than their usual, family stuff, right?
All right, what caught me was that you could tell it's directed a little bit differently than it normally is there. And I found out why.
Well, you know who? I think he had directed an episode before, though, had he not?
No, this is the first episode directed by Ralph Waite.
Really? I thought there was one we watched earlier, like a couple months ago, that Ralph Waite did. I could be wrong, of course. So.
Nope. According to my sources, this is Ralph Waite's first directorial
debut.
Well, not debut, maybe not directorial debut, but the first one he directed on of this show.
Huh. Okay. I didn't notice any huge difference in the directing. Actually, Gorilla, I don't know. I mean, if you'd love to point some stuff out that you think was different, that'd be great because I'd like to, get your observations.
Like, look at the beginning of the episode where it starts, stuff like that. It started with
more in a spooky manner, but beyond that, you kind of hard to tell the difference.
It could be that Ralph was kind of working with the script though too, and it was kind of spooky, so he kind of figured he had to direct it that way, perhaps.
And before we do the epilogue here, I want the one thing I really loved the music in this episode here, so I'm gonna play a little bit of this music here. It just has that subtle undertone. I noticed they used a lot of piano in this. But I'm not usually one for hearing music and all that, and people can attest how I feel about like musicals and stuff like that. But like the orchestra music that they had in this episode, I thought was phenomenal, and it really caught my eye. I suppose it caught my ear.
It kind of sets a tone, I guess, which makes sense because it's music, right?
Well, you're the music expert of the group. God dang, I hate sitting in a recliner here.
Is your chair falling apart?
No, I have to use a recliner, and in order to adjust anything, I gotta either move the whole recliner or figure something out.
Oh, it's much better to have an office chair on wheels, Gorilla.
Oh yeah. So,
by the way, I just wanted to mention, I'm just looking at the Waltons episodes here. Actually, the one we did watch called The Fawn was directed by Ralph Waite.
Huh.
So he had directed one before this.
Huh.
I just wanted to look, because I knew there was one we watched where I saw Ralph Waite's, in the credits as director, right? So, yeah. It was the Fawn, episode 9 of this season.
Oh, which reminds me, I still gotta go clip that.
I think he directed, didn't he end up directing like a dozen episodes or something during the series run?
I don't know, but the source, the thing I have here, it says like trivia or episode notes and interesting facts.
Right.
It said this is the first episode directed by Ralph Waite, which explains a few uncharacteristic difference in the style of this episode.
I hate to tell you, whoever wrote that didn't do their fact check because it's right on there that the Fawn, and I do remember we did when we watched reviewed the font, and I think it was definitely Ralph Waite in the credits, if I remember correctly. So
Yeah.
sometimes people get stuff wrong on the internet. It's amazing, I know, but it's no big
Well,
deal. No big deal.
yeah. And that Pop says maybe it was an Halloween episode. This could have well been a
Oh.
Halloween episode. Let's see. Do I have the air date on this?
No, February
Nope.
14th. I'm seeing here, so it's more like a midwinter episode than a Halloween one. Yeah. Oh
Huh.
well.
But shall we get started with this?
I'm ready to go whenever you guys are.
Alrighty. Just a sec. I suppose at one time or another in the course of our lives, many of us have experienced an event or occurrence which could not be explained, and at the time of shrugged off as a coincidence or a trick of the mind. I remember a series of such events, and even today, many years later, I still can't help wondering just how much of it was coincidence. It all started one afternoon in late fall. Alrighty. So, God, but still, even before the prologue, the music had caught my ear. Yeah, that says a lot for me about music.
Well, good music is good music. It doesn't matter what style it is. If it's good, it's good.
Yeah. So we got these two guys here talking out front of the store, and this one guy here, he had kind of a southern draw to him. I wonder if he's originally from the south. Here, I'll play a little bit, but I'm not gonna play the whole thing.
Say, Mike. Did your wife have the pleurisy last winter?
Okay, what is a pleurisy?
It's some kind of lung condition, I believe. It's kind of, I think it might be similar to pneumonia, but I'm not really sure. I'd have to look it up because it's an old, that's an old, you used to hear about pleurisy many decades ago, but I don't think it's a thing that happens much these days.
Huh.
I think it
Okay.
is a lung problem of some sort, though.
Okay. I was having trouble understanding this guy.
Yeah. Come all this rain and mud, I believe I got a touch of it myself, and I can't hardly get my hair.
Yeah, so he has like a southern draw, but that's another thing. Unless here, you
Well,
got that.
what I noticed about this scene, Gorilla, was the dude in the blue jeans, whittling with the knife here. He looks very familiar. Like I can't place him, but I think I might have seen him in other stuff, but I just don't know who the actor is. So I could be totally, totally
Uh,
out to lunch here, but
I think that's Jim Gammon.
he has one of those faces. You just kind of, it's like, oh, I've seen that face
Yeah.
before, but
Yeah, if that's Roswell, then that's Jim Gammon. That one's Horace, then that's Wilford Brimley.
oh, yeah, Wilford Brimley.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he's pretty well known too, actually. Then, gosh. Kind of weird they put a couple of fairly well-known actors in such a minor little scene, right, that only lasts for like a minute.
Well, look at Fleetwood Mac. He was in he had a bit part in a Star Trek episode there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, he was the one of those really ugly fish people that eat fish people.
Oh, jeez, I don't remember that one. It could be that Ralph Waite actually knew these dudes, right, in real life, and he just thought, "What the heck? I'll give them a couple of lines and give them some money, because they'll make a few bucks, Maybe he was buddy with these guys. You never know.
Maybe they're fans of the show.
Could be. I mean, who knows, right?
Yeah. So yeah, they're talking about that pleurisy there. Then they're talking about the Waltons there. They asked how many over there. They said, and I know one word stuck out, like you could tell it's Appalachian over Blue Ridge, and that is they call them the clan. Their clan. Like he asked how many you got over there in their clan. He goes, I reckon about 7. But I liked how they did the slow, drawn out, lazy Sunday afternoon conversation.
Oh yeah.
Now, I don't think this was actually Sunday, but it had that slow, just drawn out, relaxing,
Well,
relaxing.
it's kind of obvious that neither of them had to be anywhere or do anything important that day, since they're sitting on the porch, just passing the time chatting with each other, right? So, but I could see
Yeah.
that in a rural area where you don't have a lot going on in life. I mean, must have been sometimes I think it must have been kind of nice to live back in days like that when everything wasn't so damn complicated, and you just had to deal with reality in front of your face and not all the stuff we deal with these days.
Okay. And welcome the Trusty Ape. It's been a long time seeing. Hope everything's been going pretty good. I've been following your internet blog, so I hope everything's looking up for you and everything.
Hey,
You're doing you're getting done what you need to get done.
My trusty ape. Hey, girl, are you related to the trusty ape there?
Distant cousins.
Oh, okay.
And Christina says pleurisy is inflammation of the tissue that lines the chest. Can happen due to things like pneumonia.
Ah,
And,
I knew something about pneumonia there. Thank you, Christine.
yeah. And she says, "Howdy, everybody."
Howdy, Christine.
hey, Christine.
Alrighty, so let's get back to. Oops, I still got the creeping crawler up there. So yeah. So by last count 7. Well, then they said, "Howdy, John boy." Then they asked if they didn't recognize the one boy because he didn't look like the others. But none of the brothers and sisters look like look like they belong. Oops. I still had YouTube open. Huh? If you want to hear about black holes, go to Anton Petrov. But they're taking care. It turns out they're taking care of a boy named Luke. That's some guy named Tom. Tom. Did they ever give a last name?
Yeah, they do, but I don't remember it.
Yeah. So yeah, because the guy moved to Richmond here. Because apparently he just can't stay in that house anymore after his wife Allison or something passed away.
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and they say he hasn't worked, blah blah blah. Then we got him coming in and looking, and then you can't find Ike, and then it turns out they're over here. Now this scene, I don't know about you guys, but I laughed at the scene here, where they go to Ike Gotsey and they're using his Ouija board because they're wondering should they buy their canning jars from him or get them at wholesale price over from what was it, a guy in Charlottesville?
Yeah.
Ike's got to be a pretty nice guy to be helping them decide if they want to give money to the competition.
And hey, Oiler.
Well,
Hey,
they
Oiler.
did. Hey, Oiler, Greg, how's it going?
But it's like, geez, Ike must be in a generous mood. It's like, yeah, okay, I'll help you ladies, decide to go buy from somebody else and I won't make a dime. So that's cool.
Yeah. Trusty Ape says, it's going great, my friend. About to move into a beautiful multi-million-dollar home in the suburbs. Oh, nice.
Wow, lucky you.
Well, it depends on what suburbs. A beautiful multi-million-dollar house in the suburbs around where I live is single floor, about 1,200 square foot rancher. So not very impressive.
No, but that's good for him. They're getting into a good home and stuff like that. That's good.
Yeah.
And Dollar Greg says, sounds really boring to me. Oh, this episode wasn't very good. It was very good. He says, cheers. And the Trusty Ape says, hi, Christine. Then Greg says, with a cement pond ape, there is a fountain. Greg made a Beverly Hills reference. And he says, oh, yeah, I forgot about them.
Yeah, the Beverly Hillbillies did have a fountain.
Nice
I remember now.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I think it was out near the front of the home when you first drove up the huge driveway, because they had the big gates, and then you drove up the driveway, if I remember. I haven't seen hillbillies in so long, though, so don't quote me on that, but I could be totally wrong. But I think they had a fountain.
Yeah, it's right there in the island as you go through the driveway.
Hey, did my poll show up in the chat for you guys?
Just let me switch over to my tab and take a look. Yeah, I see a poll there.
Okay, because it's not showing up on mine. So
well,
Yeah,
you got A to A plus, A minus, B plus, B minus, C plus, C minus, and then you got the fourth option as here to hear stupid crap from Gorilla.
Yeah, which is
gosh, you're making it tempting there, Gorilla. Which way I'm going to vote?
Yeah.
Well, it should be obvious who's winning this vote.
Yeah, I think Gorilla might win this one.
Yeah, but then they're talking about they started arguing on whose turn it was to ask questions. And Miss Baby goes, "Did you want to hear you remember you wanted to hear about Ashley Longworth?" And she goes, "No, I don't." And she got all embarrassed about Ashley Longworth there.
It's a bit late for Ashley Longworth anyway. Even if he's in the afterlife, it's not like it's going to matter at this point, right?
Yeah. Then they used the Ouija board to remember what.
Oh, you're muted, Gorilla. You guys are all muted.
Oh,
I think Gorilla may have had some technical difficulties again.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Both of you guys were muted for like a couple seconds there. That was weird.
Yeah. So
I did.
Yeah. Then maybe they tried to start to say what the ingredient they forgot was, and then the other sister was like, "No, shh." There, but so we almost got to figure out what, but really, it's not that much of a secret because was it Ben or Jason? Jason, I think it's Jason that knows what the recipe is because he helped make it. I'm pretty sure Grandpa there helped make it a couple times.
Actually, Jason should have written the recipe down, and then he could have given it to Grandpa, and Grandpa could have gone into the moonshine business.
Oh, Grandpa don't need the recipe for that. I'm pretty sure he can make his own stock. But
well, it's just sour mash whiskey, so it's not that complicated.
Yeah. Oh, Jeremy, here you go. I got an idea, Jeremy. I got an idea. We could use a Ouija board to find out whose dick it really was last night.
If you can find a Ouija board that can work across the internet, we'll do that.
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't some kind of a Ouija board thing on the internet. I mean, as bizarre as that sounds, it would not surprise me. Jeez, I hope this topic doesn't go on for too many weeks. Seriously, it's like, is it really this important?
I'll be gone by next Thursday.
No, we're just having all kinds of fun with this.
Well, it is entertaining. I must admit that.
Let's see. Other Greg says, I live in a 1930s bungalow. I got you beat. I got a 1917 brick house. A two-bedroom brick house here. So yeah, my house is way over 100 years old.
That's cool.
I don't know what a bungalow is though. But thank you, Christine. It says look at Tom Enright. Yes, the poll showed up. I don't know. Never watched the episode. Oh, it's a good episode. And Golden Grade gives us a bunch of ghosts there. Then Christina's laughing.
Hey, Christine, just vote for Gorillas, saying stupid crap if you haven't seen the episode.
Yeah, then she says, freaking copper roll on the floor laughing my ass off.
He's become notorious in about a week and a half. It's amazing.
Oh, and Christine says, I live in the middle of a 100-year floodplain. Oh, I would not live there.
That's not good, Christine.
Because all you need is one good rainfall.
Yeah, and then you're floating away.
Yeah, you'll be like that. You'll be a floating skyscraper going down Broadway Avenue,
running into bridges.
Yeah.
I gotta
Uh,
say, Gorilla, that movie was atrociously awful last night.
yeah.
That was so bad.
Don't worry, we got some more here. Oh, John Boy J decides to join in, and then they forgot that. Yeah, here it was. In the it's spelled.
14 level tablespoons of sister.
Yeah, but it's like I'm pretty sure John Boy already knows the recipe. I'm pretty sure Ike knows it. Yeah, she'd rather not discuss it. Blah. Then after they leave,
I think it might hurt Mr. Godsey if we get our jars from Charlottesville. Well, we'll let the spirit board decide, and then we can make it up to Mr. Godsey in other ways.
John Boy, I want you to do something for me.
Sure, what?
I want you to take this thing home with you.
I don't have money to spend on a thing like that.
It won't cost you anything. It's free.
now you know there's a catch where Ike Godsey gives something for free, but you can tell he's just eager to get that damn thing out of his store. He's way too eager to get it out. I'd be questioning that there. Trying to get it out of his store and it's for free when he never gives anything for free. He might give you something at cost, a small thing at cost, but he won't give it to you for free.
I think he just wants to get it out of his store because I don't know if it's creeping him out, but he's obviously not a fan of it. So I think he just wants to get rid of it.
He wants to get rid of the Baldwins.
Well, that too. That was another thing. Actually, I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Because the Baldwin sisters, I mean, they might be kind of charming in their own way, but they're a bit of a pain in the butt sometimes.
Oh, yeah, they're charming old ladies. But
charming from a distance.
They're the charming old ladies that you feel obligated to go visit to keep them company.
Yeah, but Ike's there to run the store and make some money, so he'd rather not spend hours playing a Ouija board with the Baldwins.
Yeah, because it costs him money. It's creeping the customers out.
Well, that too.
You just heard the ladies. I mean, they come in and talk to this thing every day. It's costing me business. And they're here for hours
go.
and hours and hours.
Thank you, Gorilla.
Well, Ike, if they like it so much, I really don't want to take it away from them. No, I just can't.
John Boy,
I just
please.
I can't.
You take the thing from me.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, so he agrees to it. Now, not knowing what's going on in the episode there, who do you think would be more pissed about that thing coming into the house? Grandma or Livy?
Oh, I think they'll team up to get angry at it.
I think they're kind of equally matched there. Like, I don't think either of them like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because first thing I was wondering, I was like, oh, who's going to choose ass first, Livy or Grandma? I thought it'd be Grandma.
Yeah, Livy doesn't get too upset too often, but she definitely does not like this thing in the house.
No. Well, she doesn't like, she thinks it's blasphemy. That apparently the dog got into the store and had its litter of kittens right underneath the pool table. I don't know if that was on accident or on purpose. What do you think? Do you think God did it on purpose and then acts like he's mad?
I think he has no control over the dog.
Yeah, I really don't know.
That's a beautiful dog, though.
I think it's interesting, though, that the dog is a totally different color than the puppies. So I'm wondering, well, I guess the father must have been, a black dog.
Not exactly how it works with dogs, at least most breeds.
Oh well, I have nothing about dog breeding.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, but that's a beautiful dog.
What kind of dog is that? Is that like a mutt? Do you think, or
most likely?
Yeah,
it looks like a mix between like a pit bull and maybe it's a boxer. I'm not quite sure. And then she says floating, or he goes, yeah, I've been there a few times over the past 25 years. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Floating on flood water. Then Greg says Houston has 500-year floods regularly. 2017 and 2001, for instance. Don't you guys get hit with a hurricane every year and you guys get dumped on? He goes, yes, I understand why they don't want it in their home. Yeah.
Well, I remember when people get floods that, like, I remember like there's a sandbags thing where everybody's sandbagging around their homes to try and build up a sandbag wall, so to speak, and it often doesn't seem to work out too well, though.
Oh, we had our last big flood was 1969 along the river there, and they actually got a marker on where the like how deep the water was, and it's the flood water goes right up to the top of the door on my car on the highway
Oh,
where they got the marker.
ouch. You weren't there in
So
1969, though, I'm guessing, Gorilla.
no, not quite. Oh,
No, he was just missed it by just a little bit.
Yeah, we had really bad floods here about 4 or 5 years ago. The water was basically flooded the street out in front of my apartment so bad that you couldn't go out because, well, actually, they had the police out there. They weren't allowing people to even drive down the road because it was so flooded out. It was like a bloody lake. And actually, the apartment across the road got flooded out really bad. They had to evacuate everybody in the bottom floor and put them up in a hotel for like a month or two because they had to rip all the drywall and the carpets out because it got flooded out so bad. And then they got all the mold and stuff, right? So, yeah, it was pretty nasty when you get a flood.
And apparently, Gorilla has had another computer issue.
Oh, shit.
I'll be back. Forgot computer again.
Gorilla has left the building.
So I'm guessing he forgot to plug it in, or he misspelled a derogatory term for gays. Both just as likely because Gorilla misspells the oddest words.
You know, it's not really a Gorilla live stream though, unless his computer doesn't unplug at least one time during the stream. I don't know how many times this happened now, but it's happened a lot.
Yeah, he hopefully can upgrade soon.
Well, I remember
People
when he
think
said,
Iowa weather is easy, just tornadoes and blizzards. Nope, we get earthquakes, major floods, land hurricanes, the works.
gee, that sounds like a great place to live there, Christine.
Yeah, thankfully around here it doesn't really flood too much.
We rarely get floods. We definitely won't be getting floods this year because we've had so little snow. Unless we get huge dumps of snow in the next month or two, I don't think we're going to have any floods at all.
Yeah,
It's been pretty
Yeah,
dry, actually.
we get huge dumps of rain, but the drainage here is so used to that everything works well.
Yeah, everything
The
basically
low
goes
snow,
down.
everything goes to hell.
Yeah, it basically goes down the drain sewer or whatever the hell. Yeah.
yeah. Hey, Jeremy, come on! I don't spell things that bad. Come on, it's not like I have ever put open anal as to something.
I'll never forget that. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh no, he last open panel. That's and the one before that, and
Yeah, I never forget that. That was a good one. It's like I don't think I want to join that panel. Oh my Lord.
Oh, did you
Oh
read
boy.
Vortex is Evil? Of Evil?
What? Huh? What?
Oh, there goes the Vortex of Evil. All right. Nope. I don't want settings. I want present. Damn it.
So did your computer unplug again? You got some
Yeah, because I
aftermarket-
had to unplug the cord that goes into the modem there to plug in my microphone so I can still have control of my mouse here.
Oh jeez. Sounds complicated.
Yeah. What I need is a desktop.
That's what I got. I got my beautiful, well, it's not really a desktop because it's kind of under my desk and the little platform here, but it's basically a PC, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Pop says, I wish I saw this episode. Would love to join you guys on the panel.
Yeah, it's too bad you couldn't have joined us, actually. It's too unfortunate, Pop.
Yeah, but you can always go back. It's a really great episode, even if it's spoiled. Then Pop says, hit the like, guys. And Christina says, I did. I wish I could get folks to do that on my videos. Oh, Christine, if you put your link in there, I'll make sure to sub to you. I don't know if I can make it to your streams live, but I do go through most of my stuff here and rewatch it during work.
You can rewatch stuff during work. Wow, lucky you. I could never get away with that.
Well, you're on the phone all the time, so.
Yeah, exactly. There's
All
no
that
way.
to do. My whole job consists of wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off.
Okay.
Hey, dumbass, you missed the black inside the pipe. Hey, dumbass, you missed some holes in there. Go take them the fuck out.
You're kind of like a supervisor role then, Gorilla?
I'm an inspector and polisher.
Oh, okay.
And they tell me I'm the lead on the polishing table, but nobody fucking listens to me.
Yeah, that's always the way.
And I can't even threaten to call immigration anymore.
Give it 11 months, and that threat will be real again.
Yeah. Alrighty. So apparently she's wanting to get the runt of the litter, but John Boy says she has to ask Daddy and all that stuff. Then the one thing that this is the realest dinner table scene here that I've ever heard, because you can tell everybody's having their own conversations with each other instead of like one person doing all the talking. You know, it's everybody having a little bit of chatters here and there, because like John Boy was telling Grandpa about the board and stuff, and then Grandma was talking to Luke here. Oh no, he's talking about the Baldwin sisters and stuff there. Conversation can be a little bit hard to find, but they're talking about.
I used to have that with my own grandmother. Really?
Yeah, so that's where I got a little confused. I was like, wait, what? Grandpa used to have a Ouija board, and Grandma's letting him talk about it?
Well, remember, Grandpa's a heathen.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Grandma even called him a heathen there. I can't remember what Olivia and John's conversation was about. But I want to save the. Oh, she asked what's that, the spirit board. Then he's reading the whole thing here. I'll just play it. Fuck it.
Spirit board. Ike gave it to me. Here, listen. Transport yourself into the unknown. The origins of this board are as old and mysterious as the pyramids themselves. With its help, you will practice the ancient art of mind reading and clairvoyance.
Claire who?
Clairvoyance. Messages from the past, insights into the future will be yours.
I wonder if I don't remember that thing being in our Ouija board, but my mom might have thrown that piece of paper out.
Yeah, I can't remember if my Ouija board had any instructions at all, but
yeah,
that's a long time ago. So
okay, and then okay, let's catch up on chat here. It goes. Every stream I visit, share on Discord and Facebook. Never see anyone do that for me weeks and weeks in.
well, problem is, Christine, I don't have Discord at all, and my Facebook for some reason doesn't seem to be working, because when I went on there, I couldn't find any of the people I'd friended. They weren't coming up, so something's messed up. So it's not because we don't want to maybe go there. We just can't sometimes because we just stuff isn't working for us. So don't feel bad.
Yeah, try X.
Actually,
X
go
works
to
a lot better.
go to X, formerly known as Twitter, because we're all pretty much on there. That's where most of us have our personal chats, and there's the group posting the Pop has, and it's all really, really good.
Yeah, here you go. You just got another person here, and yeah, the first 100's the hardest to get.
Yeah.
There goes. I used to watch the Waltons when I was young. I might get into it again. I'm sure I missed a lot of episodes and probably forgot most of what I've seen. We do this almost every Friday. So we do it almost every Friday. And hey, Scurvy, welcome. He says, hey.
Hey, Lemon.
Hey, Lemon.
And she says, hi, Lemon. Hi, Christine. Pop, how are you feeling today? Now, here's the link to Christine's channel if you guys want to sub to it. She goes, I have X. I highly dislike the user interface there. Oh, yeah, it can be difficult there.
I just use it for, messaging people, and I find that's really simple to use, actually, Christine. So I just ignore all the rest of the crap. There's a lot of garbage on there. Let's face it. There's a lot of stupid stuff on there.
Oh, yeah, because for the last day or two, people have been spamming the trending thing with protect Taylor Swift. I was like,
no, there's always so much idiotic. Well, I just ignore it basically. I'm only on there to send my direct messages to my friends on here, and get Pop's. If he's doing a live stream, I'll just click on his group channel, right? So
yeah. Well, I guarantee you this. This is like one or two people who had way too much time on their hands decided to make a bunch of fake AI generated porn pictures of Taylor Swift, and all of a sudden the whole internet is outraged by it. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's like one person with 50 bot spam accounts.
There's porn pictures of Taylor Swift. You have my attention there, girl.
AI generated stuff.
Yeah. The only one who has the real stuff is Kelsey.
I don't know who Kelsey is.
That's the tight end for the Chiefs.
Hey, every other song's here's Taylor Swift's song here. She finds a great guy, starts dating him. Then she breaks up with the guy. Finds a great guy, then breaks up with him. You could have like 4 breakup songs in one album there. So I'm pretty sure there's more than one person who might have those real pictures there.
I think Taylor's been around the block so many times. There's probably dozens of guys that have those pictures. Actually,
yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
And Pop says, "I'm okay, Scurvy. Thank you. Just took a pain pill. Time to look for a place to move."
Oh, you got to move? That sounds not so good.
Oh, that doesn't sound good at all. Scurvy here says, absorb Christine into the community on 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh, on 3. And she goes, thank you. It goes, Pop. Oh, I'm sorry you need to move. Yeah, thanks, Scurvy. It is what it is. May have to move back to Cali. Oh, I hope you don't have to do that. I hope you don't have to.
Oh, that wouldn't be good, Pop.
Pop, I don't know what happened, but if it's financially running, it gives thing go again. And she goes, I have way more friends on Facebook, though, like over 800.
I just can't get my Facebook to work anymore because I went on there a couple months ago and I couldn't get any of my friends that I chatted with to come up, and I just got so frustrated I just gave up on it.
Yeah, I don't even really use Facebook much anymore.
Yeah. There's only probably there's one old girlfriend I used to keep in touch with because we were like, hot for each other when we were teenagers. And then of course, she moved away and got married to another dude. And we lost touch with each other for like, I don't know, 40 years or something. And finally, a couple years ago, we actually found each other on Facebook and started chatting and had some really nice chats, kind of updating each other on what our lives have been and reminiscing about our old times together. And it was really nice, but I just can't get the damn website to work for me anymore. So it's like shit, Oh, well, technology.
Yeah. So, and Christine says, I'm old. I found my long lost brother on Facebook. Oh, that's cool.
That's cool. Wow.
And Pop says, thanks, Scurvy. All right, so back to the episode here. They're asking what the spirit world is, and they summon up your questions. They're explaining how the Ouija board works. Then now Grandma's getting on. It goes foolish, disturbing the spirit, blah, blah, blah. So now we cut to this scene here. Grandma's trying. I'm guessing Grandma never went to school to learn how to read too too much there because she was struggling reading this.
I think
I'm
it's
guess-
more her eyesight than anything else.
Oh, okay. And they're working with the Ouija board. They asked what the name of the Ouija. They're like,
But it's not working. You gotta be patient with it.
we'll just skip to it. They're saying they're pushing it, blah blah blah. They're fighting over it, and then it reads. They're reading it out. Artha Path Puff. I don't know what the. you can tell someone was pushing it. So, then we get this.
It's Art Hexapop. Of course,
I don't know who is that. Is that supposed to be a reference to something? Art Hexapop.
Nope.
If it is, I don't get it.
Then they wakes Grandpa up.
Yeah, I just love how Grandpa gets totally pissed off here. He's like, "What the hell are you damn kids doing now?"
Yeah, well.
I mean, Grandpa's just like an old guy after a good meal at supper. He just wants to take a nap, right? I can relate to that, you know.
Yeah, and they leave and Grandma's still reading.
She didn't notice the kids just left.
Yeah. So then we got this.
Oh God.
Come on.
It's your fault, man.
What was the question?
No, I didn't have any question. No.
Oh no, that's all.
It's the name of Art Hexapop. What do you expect?
And this scene's gonna go on too long to get to the point. So I can't. Mary Ellen asked, like, is she gonna be a famous actress? Then Ben there he goes, here, I can do it for you. He moves it over. He goes, it's Old Maid. And they're trying to figure out. she's gonna be an old maid.
Oh man.
Oh shit. That's very odd. I have an old Win 7 and a newer Win 11 machine. No problem running Facebook on either Chrome or Firefox.
Yeah, so I got Vista or whatever that came with my computer. So, but the thing is, it used to work.
You still run Vista?
Well, I mean, that's the browser, right?
Yeah.
Whatever the hell it's called.
They haven't supported Vista in years.
Yeah.
No wonder you're having problems.
I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah. No, but
it just updated not too long ago, I think. So I must have something else. I don't know.
Yeah. It's not so much I have a problem running Facebook. I have a problem with Facebook. I don't just use it. Plus, they throw me in Facebook jail they'll throw me in Facebook jail for 30 days. They'll let me out, then they'll throw me back in for 30 more days.
Yeah, I had some similar problems too.
Yeah.
Either me or the people I was following ended up getting their accounts locked.
Yeah.
Conveniently, around the time a certain orange guy was running for president.
Yeah. Well, the problem is, though, if I had a medal for every 30-day ban I got, I'd look like a North Korean general.
No, I mean it's Edge actually, my browser I'm using that came with the computer.
Yeah.
I got Windows 10 actually, which I think is actually pretty good. I refuse to switch to 11 because I'm not a fan of 11.
I'm not having any problems here, but
I just think there's some things that they kind of went backwards with 11, which Microsoft tends to do sometimes.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of success with 11. It works a lot better than 10 for me.
I find 10 a lot easier on the interface to use, but that's just, that's my preference. So.
All right. So, Christine said 3 photos, no problem. We're on Facebook. Maybe you should look at the antivirus firewall settings.
Possibly, but I never used it much anyway, just to keep in touch with that one person. And when I was over at Christmas at my cousin's, I told him to Send her a message that I was fine and I just couldn't get Facebook to work. So don't worry about it. I'm okay. So I'm sure he did that for me, and she's probably okay now. So
Yeah. Then and Pop says makes no sense that Grandma isn't pissed about the. No, she is pissed. Her and Olivia are both pissed about it.
no, Grandma said it was wrong to disturb the spirit world, right? The spirits in that one scene. So yeah, Grandma is pissed.
Yeah. So
Hey,
and
Mikey.
welcome, Mikey. He says, "Hey,
Mikey.
Christine Hurt." There he goes. Hello, Christine. And hi, Mikey. Hey, Mikey. Hello, Sir Lumen. It's not Vista. It's Edge there. Yep.
Yeah, it's Edge. I misspoke. I get confused. I'm not great at tech stuff sometimes.
So then she goes, no, the other guy said he couldn't get the site to work. Okay, he goes, I've been on Facebook over 20 years with 800 plus friends and never been thrown in Facebook jail. Isn't that interestingly odd? That's Kirby says, the other guy, that's PvP.
Actually, that wouldn't be a bad handle. I could change my name to the other guy and nobody would know who I was. Now that I'm going to do that.
Yeah, and Mikey
well,
says
then you'd have to change your icon to freaking Marky Mark and that fat tub of lard, whatever it is, the unfunny one.
Fuck that
Ron
idea.
Burgundy.
Yeah. And Mikey here says the North Korean jail. Yeah, I can see that. LOL. In other words, Christine must adapt to everyone else. I just don't use Facebook there just because I don't like it anymore.
Just sign up on Twitter, Christine. It's really well, you said you've already been there, so I find that's the best way to keep in touch with folks. I can just do direct messaging, and it seems to work really easy for me, at least. I don't know.
Yeah, and then Mikey says typos, Gorilla, LOL. Sorry, so many icons, no faces, hard to keep track. Yeah, that happens. He goes, no reason to apologize. He's just telling you who it is. And I have an X. I don't find the interface very easy to use.
That's weird. I find it super easy. Like, that's the thing. I mean, everybody's different, right? But, it's like, I guess it is what it is. So.
Christine says, just adapt, Christine. Okay, yes, I've already said I would. Okay.
Well, we always got to change when, going through life,
Well, we just got to go where all of us, we just got to find that coordinated spot for everybody there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here, John says that he reckons somebody's pushing it. Then John Boy thinks it's like something with electricity where the hands warm it up and then it pushes itself there, blah, 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 that kind of thing there.
Some of them can work like that.
Yeah.
Those are expensive as hell.
Yeah. Here we go.
What? Like, will I marry a rich man?
Oh. Well, I can tell you that. O-L-D-M-A-I-D. Old maid.
Oh, right in the face! Right in the face!
Uh-oh.
I'm dicking you.
All right, that's stop it.
Now you know you're in trouble when Grandpa starts beating you with a freaking pillow.
Yeah, Grandpa's really he doesn't get pissed off too often, but he's getting pissed off at this point.
Yeah, at least you didn't go grab a switch. There, but did you catch the look on Olivia's face when they were spelling out "old maid"?
She didn't look too happy.
She looked like she's pissed.
She thought about that kid's future and she's come to the same conclusion, and it's not making her happy.
Hey, maybe she almost looks like she's ready to go grab a switch herself.
Well, Livy ain't too happy about any of this. She's totally against the whole spirit board thing, as it's called. I wonder why do they call it the spirit board through the episode, not an Ouija board? Is that like a brand name or something?
Oh, it's what?
Well, they call it the spirit board through the episode, right, Gorilla? Where we
Well,
all know it as the Ouija board, but was a Ouija like a trademark or something?
yeah.
So they didn't use that word and they used spirit instead.
Oh, just a sec. Have a good night, Christine.
Oh,
I
good night,
think
Christine.
they're using the term spirit board for because maybe in the 70s it wasn't as well known as it is now.
So you're thinking the 30s, basically, folks called it a spirit board.
Yes,
Okay, well, that could make sense, yeah.
because Hasbro owns Ouija board now.
Well, maybe that's in the 70s, maybe Hasbro owned it then, so they couldn't use that term because they would have got like, copyrighted, claim or whatever.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it could be a trademark thing.
Yeah, that's what I guessed. Hasbro might not have been happy.
Yeah, so I think it might have been a copyright thing.
Mm.
Oh, just a second, I'm responding to something. Alrighty, so all right, let's catch up on chat. We got quite a them here. Says Mikey says I'm in 16 years. Me, one Facebook jail term and one YouTube term. Yeah. Hey, Mikey, those are rookie numbers. You gotta get those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. Okay, he goes, well, thanks for the chat and stream. I've got to eat. Take care. You have a good night. Messing with the Ouija board back in the 30s, still not a good thing. Good thing, Walton family. Yep. They said good night. And Ouija is, yep, okay, yep, it's a copyright thing. Just didn't want to pay the royalties. Then he goes, in Europe, PvP Spirit Board until Hasbro bought out the rights and called it the trademark Ouija. Okay, so yeah, it is a copyright thing.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was probably why the episode used spirit instead of a Ouija board.
Yeah, so
I'm just going to step away for a minute. Be right back, guys.
Alrighty. So yeah, they're all going good night. Grandma's still reading. Grandma is still reading the book. So yeah. So here they're talking about that something happened at Luke's birthday there birthday party like 5 years ago there, but Olivia does not want to talk about it. Did you catch that about that germ there where she kept dodging the question?
Yeah. Well, it was her best friend, and you don't like talking about that sort of stuff with your best friend, especially after they're gone.
Yeah. So, yeah, Grandpa's trying to recall it, but he can't remember quite what it was. And Grandma Louis said there. And then Elizabeth comes down looking like those looking like a damn mechanic from in those old 70s movies there, the women mechanics from the 70s movies there. The tank top without the without the
straps.
Yeah, straps in that. So all right, so they go up there, see what they're doing. And I gotta play this music. This was a beautiful score. And we get this just like silent, ominous look sounding music. They're panning over. Then they hold off right here on Luke's mother, So you can tell like this was like some great foreshadowing there. There's some, it has to do with something with with Luke's mother there. It's almost like it was foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty clear that the episode was going to revolve around the boy somehow.
Yeah. Well, yeah, obviously it's visiting there. So here they're spelling it out there, and John Boy's like, yeah, am I going to be a great American author? He says, give farewell there. Then
farewell.
So they're focusing on it. They have a message for this one. They find out they have a message for Luke. And
this is actually when the episode starts to get really interesting, for me at least. When it starts to mention Luke, it's like, okay, there maybe is something actually going on here. Because before that, it could be just the kids having fun, right? But when it starts to bring up Luke's name, it's like, okay, this is probably not a coincidence.
You got my attention. Then they're arguing over something. Oh, they're talking about how they visited Richmond and stuff there. So, and how they dress up like it's Sunday every day and everything's going fast and stuff.
It's a big city, folks.
So, yeah, and there's a rail car they're going to drive on. And Grandpa's here. He goes, he's not doing nothing until he has another cup of coffee. And so John's going to join him.
I like that scene. That was a great little scene. Like, I mean, it doesn't mean nothing to the episode, but it's like Grandpa's like, well, Paul comes in. It's like, hey, get your lazy ass out to the sawmill, Paul. He's like, I'm having another cup of coffee. Up yours, John.
Well,
and then they're like, okay, I'll have a cup of coffee too, and I'll be a lazy bastard as well.
I went back a little bit too far.
Oh, you did. No shit.
I gotta wait for it to play. Here, I'll play it for you.
This is a good scene.
Guess I'll have one too.
Oh. I'll just go. Things being slow here. There we go. This will be a perfect spot to start it. So,
just one more cup. You're not going to deny that to your old man, are you?
Nothing I can do. You get there. Guess I'll have one too.
Yeah, it's a little short little thing there. I got the grandpa's tired from last night.
The thing is, it was the scene you could totally just edited it right out of the episode because it wasn't, important in any way, but it just added a little dimension. Like it added that Waltons feeling, right? If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because so much of this episode is not really about the family.
Yeah. Then he's talking about the things there. Yeah, the damn dog about bit John's leg off there, and Libby wasn't too happy about that. And she says the pup. Oh, actually, screw this.
Too near Ike's pool table.
Well, that's where you were when I thought you were delivering wood.
Hold your tongue, woman. I was picking up some mash for the cow.
A likely story.
For a split second there, I actually thought John backtalked her like real bad, like insultingly. But then I was like, oh, they're just playing.
The puppies aren't mean like Charity, Daddy. They'd never bite anybody.
Because his eyes are barely open. Wait till he gets some teeth, and then you'll see.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing with dogs. Everybody thinks like pit bulls or Rottweilers are mean. No, it's how you raise them. If you raise the damn dogs right, they won't hurt anybody unless you want them to. But it's all how you raise them.
Yeah, we had a neighbor once who they got their garage broken into, and the asshole stole a bunch of their tools. So they got a Rottweiler, and thankfully they had it in a fenced area, so it couldn't run loose.
Yeah.
But That sucker was not friendly because you couldn't even go out and mow the lawn without that damn dog barking at you, barking and barking and barking the whole time you were out in your
Right.
yard, which
Oh,
was a
well,
pain in the ass.
well, that's not all dogs bark that. Well, my neighbor had a Rottweiler.
Yeah, but
This
this
is the
dog
nicest
was
damn
like
dog you'll ever
nuts.
find.
This dog was like so aggressive. It was basically an attack dog they got, and it wasn't really much fun to be living next to.
Yeah. So.
But all the puppies are spoken for except him.
That's because he's a runt.
I thought a runt was a pig.
Oh, a runt can be most anything so long as it's the smallest of the litter.
Wait, this ain't the scene I'm thinking about where Grandpa gives him permission, is it?
I have no idea.
Just about.
Am I a runt?
No, honey. You just haven't grown yet.
All right, that's enough of this. So, yeah, and then he goes. He wants to go see. She has to go see the dog, but he said no. And then they're saying that they're gonna be they're grade school sweethearts. Oh, here it is.
Mama, do you realize that every time that story crops up, you do your darndest not to talk about it?
Because there's nothing to talk about.
Huh?
Oh, just that stare from Ralph Witt was some good right there, where he just kind of like he had that stare, but the look on his face like, nah, you got my curiosity picked up.
But I can see nobody's going to give me any peace until I do, so.
Now she's just pausing for dramatic effect, though, but it was good, like a good pause.
Well, about a year after Alice's death, Tom Enright gave a birthday party for Luke, and I took Jim Bob.
And?
Well, all during the party, Tom seemed very uneasy. Kept saying that he felt Alice's presence in the house. Well, like she was in the room wanting to be near Luke.
I'm liking that look on Grandpa's face. He's getting curious, like he's starting to recall everything that happened there, but he has that very curious look on it and stuff.
No, it's totally believable for an older guy because I have that happen to me. It's like I try to think back to something that happened, a number of years previously, and somebody might mention it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember all the details necessarily. So that's a perfect expression Will Gear has got here. Actually, that's actually awesome acting, I gotta say.
Oh yeah, it's just that they're doing that nice little stare they got here and stuff.
And look at John Boy's expression too, looking down at Grandpa. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Is that all that happened?
No. Some of the people at the party thought they caught the smell of violets.
What's so strange about that?
Well, nothing. Except ever since she was a girl, Alice loved the smell of violets. They were her favorite flower. And, well, the next day, Tom told me that when he was cleaning up, he saw something on the floor and he bent to pick it up, and it was a single wild violet.
I was kind of questioning at first. I was like, I'm pretty sure that they made perfumes that smell like violets and stuff, and could a violet been preserved long enough from the fall there to still be good in February?
Well, wouldn't necessarily had to have been good.
Yeah, so
there'd still be a hint of the smell.
And the thing is, though, Olivia's talking about an actual flower that he found on the floor, right, when he was cleaning up the next day. So that's not perfume. That's an actual, flower. So that does kind of give it that supernatural element. That's why Olivia hates the Ouija board so much, because to her it's personal. To her, it's like one of her best friends who's gone into the afterlife, and she doesn't think that the kids should be messing with that spirit board, as they call it, because I think it just creeps her out basically. Because I think Olivia, with that story she just told about, finding the actual flower on the floor in February, which of course flowers aren't blooming then. And I doubt there's too many greenhouses around this part of the world in the 30s. That definitely throws in quite a huge supernatural element into the episode. So I totally get why Olivia's upset.
Yeah. Yeah, it just seems peculiar.
Couldn't have somebody have brought it in with them and dropped it or something?
Yes.
No. Now I remember. It couldn't have been a wild violet. It was February, and there was several feet of snow on the ground.
Just that, yeah. So it's February, it's several feet of snow here, but just that look, like Olivia's like she's half pissed, half scared, and she's just like, I do not want to recall this anymore. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, I think she's very disturbed, like very upset here. And I almost think it's almost like she's kind of a little bit terrified, her expression. And did you notice the piano music coming in there just a few seconds earlier? Like that was very, as you mentioned, the music, Gorilla, that those piano notes were like, that was pretty, it made it very creepy, I thought, which was great.
God, did they ever say who did the music for this? I wonder.
I'm sure it's possible to find out.
I guess that's the same guy who did the first three seasons of TNG. Germ, can you look that up for me?
Yeah, go for it, Germ.
Okay. Waltons.
I mean, I don't know if there's even an extensive, thing on the internet about Walton's music, but there could be, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, you got this light little piano music there as everybody's just staring at each other.
Well, the thing is, the piano is kind of it's got a dissonant quality there. Like the keys are kind of off. It's like off-putting. It's not like melodic and beautiful. It's more disturbing the way the keys on the piano there. And then I think they bring in like a little bit of symphonic orchestration, which is which is pretty unusual actually. I don't think I can remember too many Waltons episodes with music like this.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if this music was made by the same guy who did the TNG stuff. And Mikey here says, "Can you imagine? Good night, John Boy. Good night, Elizabeth. Good night, Grandma. Good night, Ghost Spirit." And you tell him, Grandpa. Wow, Grandpa's scaring the kids. Then Mikey says the Waltons versus the other side equals spooky. Cool music. I'll look it up. Yeah, I almost want that. Well, I just almost only want the music from this episode.
Actually, I just got to ask, did they ever put any soundtrack CDs or anything out with the Waltons music?
I'm pretty sure they have.
I love the theme. The theme is great. And wasn't the Waltons theme, was that written by Jerry Goldsmith or somebody like really famous?
What was that, PvP?
Wasn't the Waltons theme written by somebody like Jerry Goldsmith, like a really famous person that I think did Star Trek as well?
That was he did TOS. I can't remember who did the first 3 seasons of. I'd like to say it was an R, but
It's credited to Arthur Morton for the music.
Oh,
cool.
So now they're hiding out in the barn here, using the Ouija board, and then, so yeah, they're using it. Then here's.
Must not. What are you children?
So basically, the subtitles didn't pop up, but they got a message for Luke that says Luke must not. But that's all they got because here comes the warden.
Doing?
The spirit board spelled out a message for Luke, Mama.
It said Luke must not. Put that thing away and leave it out here in the barn. Don't bring it in the house.
Mom, we want interesting answers.
Do as I say. And don't you mention this to Luke. He's young and it'll just upset him. Now, come on.
Yeah, I think Olivia's a little bit more upset than Luke was.
You do recognize the music? He's credited as orchestrator on Gremlins 2, The Bad Batch, Star Trek First Contact, and the motion picture.
You mean the ship porn picture or the motionless picture?
Yeah, I always thought it was fascinating that Jerry Goldsmith wrote the Waltons theme because it's so different than his work on things like Star Trek. It just shows you what a great composer the guy was. Because I mean, the Waltons has that total, homespun kind of down country folky kind of feel, and then of course his Star Trek stuff is awesome as well. So
yeah, and Mikey says Rip Wilford Brimley guest starred as Horace Brimley. He was a good friend of Will Gear. There you go.
That's why he got on the show then.
Maybe doing a favor. Maybe Grandpa talked me into it. Maybe the guy needed a couple bucks or something.
I think Brimley was doing a lot of commercials back in the days. Like I remember he was doing some kind of commercials quite a lot. I can't remember what they were though.
But commercial work doesn't pay that much.
But he did a lot of them though. Gorilla. Like I remember he was all over the bloody TV. Like back in the 80s or something. It seemed like he was constantly on there.
Yeah, but getting $6 for a commercial you shoot, that's not gonna pay that's not gonna pay the bills.
Made him famous though. That's another thing too, right? So
yeah. No, I'm pretty sure this was like, hey, we'll give you $50 to come sit out front of the store here and say a couple lines. I bet you made like $50 on this.
Could
Just
be.
a couple bucks.
Back then, that actors didn't make a hell of a lot of money in the 60s and 70s, did they, on TV? Yeah. I mean, look at the Star Trek actors. I mean, they got paid a piddling amount of money per episode, and then they never got residuals. I mean, if they'd got even a couple of cents per episode and reruns, they would have all been millionaires. Because Star Trek is just rerun constantly every day around the world, right?
Well, Bach, Bones, and Kirk didn't die too poor, she made quite a bit of money after Star Trek.
Well, it was the movies that made their millions, right?
Yeah.
Because when they were in TOS, they made diddly. Like they were getting what, maybe, I don't know, $1,000, $1,500 an episode or something. Like it was for the 60s, it was good money. But it wasn't a lot of money even, back then. So.
Oh hell, I don't even make that in a couple weeks. So that's pretty damn good money.
Well, yeah, it was great money back in the 60s. But you know what I'm saying? Like now, if you're a TV actor, you probably sign a contract and get all kinds of, perks like, residuals and all that kind of stuff, right?
Well, back in the day, entertainers, they were lucky just to have their dinner and their place to stay as payment.
Well, I always thought being an actor, you were lucky just to even get a job, right? Because let's face it, how many millions of wannabe actors are out there in the world that can't even get, any work, much less like a show like the Waltons where they're regulars for like, 8 or 9 seasons or whatever, like 11 in this case. Well, I just looked, Horace Brimley actually did 10 episodes of the Waltons.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He did a lot of stuff.
He did a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'm just looking here. I do remember him famously for his damn TV commercials. So I can't remember what the hell he was selling. Was it coffee or it was some
something
bloody
to do with
product?
diabetes.
Oh, diabetes ads. That was it. Yeah. Anyway, he did a lot of shows here actually. So he had a good career.
Yeah. So now John Boy's talking to his mom there. Oh, actually,
come on, put it away. You go in the house. Keep going. Mama, what's the matter? Nothing.
Oh God, I remember that. What's wrong? Nothing wrong. Yeah, and you know you were in trouble then, since you got that nothing. I remember that there. Hey, we actually get to see the side of the house, but we don't get to see the back yet, though.
Yeah, I thought it was. I found something that was really kind of disturbing in this episode was Olivia's total state of denial here. Like she just didn't want to hear it, and it's like the kid's name keeps coming up on the Ouija board, so you kind of guess there's this isn't just random chance. There's something going on supernatural here, but of course Livy will have no part of it because I mean the original occurrence with the whole flower on the floor thing just freaked her out so much she just can't accept that anything else could be happening afterwards, right?
Well, I think what she's having is not quite traumatic amnesia, but she's trying to block it out of her mind.
Yes, she's in denial, I think. Exactly, Gorilla.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Is it that story about Luke's mama that's got you upset or what?
I don't believe that story.
Well, then what is it?
It's that board. You all sound like a bunch of heathens asking it questions like that.
Oh, you got a little.
Oh God, I love this show so much.
Right back in character.
Heathens. Well, gosh, I guess it's a good thing we're doing this Walton stream because I guess we're kind of heathenistic ourselves at times.
Yeah. So, like you said, Arthur Morton died at 91 and 2000. Wrote a lot of the film scores plus some solo songs. My Secret Castle and I Live and Breathe. Son John Morton lives in Tampa. Okay.
No, thanks for the info there, Mikey.
And Pop says, how much time left on this episode? Well, we got meandering here. We got 28 minutes and 35 seconds left. So, yeah.
Some gorilla time, that's maybe 45 to an hour.
Gorilla time.
Hey, I love this episode, so. Then we got
this
John.
This is one of your favorites, I'm guessing, isn't it, Gorilla?
Well, I wouldn't quite say it's my favorite, but it's one I've seen multiple times. It's like if there's any Waltons episode I'm going to remember, is this one.
I got this episode completely confused with another one because the one I was thinking of was it called the Ferris wheel, where Elizabeth was on a Ferris wheel having nightmares?
There was one with the Ferris wheel. I do remember, but I cannot remember which episode it is. But I think the one you're thinking about is when the one where the doll comes to life, maybe, and there's a poltergeist in the house, which I believe is season 7, episode 7.
Okay, we haven't got to that then yet, obviously. But I remember one that really freaked the hell out of me because actually, when I was a little tiny kid in my crib, there was a creepy doll that my parents had in the corner of my bedroom, and I did wake up one night and. I mean, I know it was I was just, my little infant mind was fantasizing, but I actually thought the doll stood up and started walking towards my crib, and it was a creepy doll to begin with. And get this, I was like probably about maybe 1.5, 2 years old at the most. Like I probably had just learned to walk. I climbed the hell out of my crib and ran out into the living room where my parents were watching TV because I was so freaked out. I'll never forget that. That's a very strong memory. So yeah, I know all about dolls that come to life. It's like, oh yeah, that shit really scares me. It's really scary when you're a kid. Anyway, was there one though where Elizabeth was on a Ferris or not like a Ferris wheel? Yeah.
I can't remember which episode that is. But anyhow, John Boy, Grandpa comes home, and he's telling him that, I'll just play it.
Luke's name over and over.
Alice Enright was your mama's best friend. Probably doesn't like playing that game, especially with Luke here.
Yeah. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm not so sure it's just a game anymore. That thing seems to be trying to give us a message about Luke.
I don't be foolish, son. You're making something out of nothing with a piece of wood here.
There are a lot of people who take these things serious.
Now, John seems level-headed here. He's the only one that's sounding level-headed. They're out of this, you know. But do you take Ouija boards seriously or not? I guess it all depends on how you believe. You know, if I really wanted a real answer, I suppose I could call up the ex-mother-in-law.
You don't want to do that.
There's
Talking
probably
to
a
a
reason.
mother-in-law is bad enough. Ex-mother-in-law, she's just going to spend the whole time damning you to hell.
Hey, no. Anybody can be the favorite son-in-law. It takes talent when you're the ex-son-in-law and you're still the favorite.
What type of screw-ups did her sister marry?
No. I'm talking about that. No, my ex-mother-in-law. From my kid's mom.
Yeah, your ex's mother still likes you. What type of screw-ups did she move on from you?
Nobody.
Or what type of screw-ups did her sisters go out with that you still are top of the mountain?
Off-screen discussion. That's an off-stream discussion. All right, but let's keep this episode going here. I think people are getting antsy.
I don't want you upsetting your mom anymore, John boy. It's up to me. I'd throw this thing out. Gives me the spooks.
I think that'd take a lot to spook out John, though, because he's not even very religious in that.
I think it has something to do with Olivia, though. I think he's kind of picking up her terrified. She's really scared, I think, actually. I think he's picking up on this really disturbing his wife, and he doesn't want to have that in the house if it's going to, because, I mean, John's a romantic guy, and he wants Livy to be happy. And if she's upset and worked up about this thing, he wants it out of the house, and I totally get it.
Yeah. He cares nothing for the board. It's all about Livy.
It's about Livy, exactly.
Yeah, so John Boy doesn't want to throw it out there. Here they're playing with the runt again. And this is when little Luke says that his dad said he could have a puppy if they could find a house with a big enough yard. They're trying to name it that. Then here, this is kind of funny.
You should have seen Beauregard today. He looks so lonesome.
Who's Beauregard?
Charity's youngest son.
Oh, that runt under Ike's table, you mean?
He's at home so bad.
Go ahead to the table.
Hey, what's up, is Beauregard like a special name for anything, or is it just like an olden name, or?
I think Beauregard was a really old, ancient name. Like, I don't think anybody would ever name their kid Beauregard these days unless they wanted to get punched out of the schoolyard every day.
Hey, what was the Baldwin's cousin's name? Phineas or Polonius?
Something like that.
Well,
Polonius, because he was a felon.
We're talking like 90 years ago here, so it's like there's a lot of names back then that were popular that you will never hear again.
Like, I know, like, hardly anybody's named Dorothy anymore, or they got hardly any you don't hear Esther anymore.
I know several Esthers.
Are they young or old?
One of them's in their 50s. The other one is in her 20s, but that's her daughter, and another two are in their 30s.
Yeah, I had a Dorothy as a neighbor like 20 years ago, and she was probably in her early 40s then, so it was still a name back, not too long ago.
Yeah. Another one you don't hear very often anymore is Dolores or Ethel.
How about Edith?
You don't hear that one very often anymore?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of old names that you don't know.
You're just not hanging out in the redneck areas.
Yeah. All right.
All right. You kids are gonna
that is one dirty rag. That is one dirty rag. Do you see how dirty that thing was?
Well, I love Pa's comment here if you want to play it.
Using more soap.
More soap.
You have done nothing but talk about that.
Oh,
puppy
right
today.
here, right here.
Why don't you run along and bring Beauregard or whatever home with you?
Really,
Darn tootin'.
Grandpa? Luke, come on.
You children, come back.
Yeah. So Grandpa
There's
made
your-
the decision for him.
Yeah. Oh, Grandma's pissed off here.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is the scene I've been wanting to play.
This is a
one
great
right here.
scene.
Have your supper.
Oh, Grandma.
Don't you think John's the one who should decide whether the children should have another puppy or not?
Well,
Now, the last time I had a dispute with Pa, I was 7 years old. He settled it with a Peachtree switch. You want to
Here
tangle
we
with
go
Ma,
with
you
the
go
switch.
ahead.
Yeah,
Love it. This is great.
Yeah, he just tells Grandma, "You want to take a look? Go ahead." But
Yeah, and John's ass is still sore from that incident.
Yeah. Well, Grandpa was just providing his boy with a little cover.
Oh, that's good. That's a great scene.
They
Yeah.
both knew they're gonna get that puppy, so Grandpa goes in first to give John the cover with the women folk, and John just goes along with it.
Yeah, Grandpa was like the shock troops going onto the beach to sacrifice himself, right?
yeah, but I still think it's funny. You want to tangle with them? Go ahead.
Well, you don't want to
Thanks,
tangle with
Rico.
Grandma, that's for sure, because
Do you
she'll
mind if the
whip
children
your
have their
butt.
supper first?
No, then Grandma asked him if the kids can have the supper first. That was great there. I love that.
No, Ma. But right after supper, you kids can go get that puppy.
Thank you, Daddy.
All right, so yeah.
That's a great scene.
So now they say their prayers. John always brings a bunch of books home. And they got the railroad. Oh, the letter came in saying that his dad found a house with a big old yard. And he got the railroad ticket there. So the train's leaving tomorrow at 6:30 from Rockfish. They're like only 6 miles from Rockfish, aren't they?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think they're like 6 miles from Rockfish. There, and then 32 miles from Charlottesville.
I know if they're taking a train, it must be a reasonable distance, because
Well,
otherwise,
they're going to
Paul
Richmond.
could have just drove them over in the truck, right?
Well, they're going to Richmond, which is a couple-hour drive. It's a few hours.
Oh, there you go. That's why he's taking the train.
Yeah, but I'm talking. The two closest towns they're always talking about Rockfish and Charlottesville. So Rockfish is like, I think it was like 6 miles there. Because I don't know how it's set up out on the East Coast, but like out here in the Midwest, you'll see a town every 6 to 8 miles because of the railroad tracks. Because they had to refill the trains every 6 to 8 miles back then because they have to refill the steam pumps and
So there were
like,
steam trains, and they had the water things that would pull out over the train. Remember those water chutes? They
yeah.
have to refill the water. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why, like in the Midwest here, every 6 to 8 miles there is a town. Now the town may only have 200 people in it, but there's still a town every 6 to 8 miles.
Makes
Especially
sense,
following
actually.
railroad tracks.
Yeah, it makes total sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so
You don't get that a lot back east, but yeah, the Midwest, definitely.
Well, out west here, I don't think we. Well, steam trains were before my time, so I think when I was alive, it was probably like diesel trains, and we had a great train system through the valley here when I was young, because this part of the world is a big timber producer, right? So there's a lot of logging and cutting down trees, and I remember the railroads used to just stack up the logs on the trains that I see running through my town back when I was a kid. And the railroad was a big thing back then, but of course, in the last 10 or 15 years, they've totally dismantled it because there's no railroad here anymore. Nobody's running a railway anymore locally. So it's kind of a thing that's kind of thing of the past, really.
yeah, so let's see. Let's see. Okay, no hurries. Okay, and PvP says, "Ella Pop, we often ride off on the horse named Tangent." Oh, so PvP, are you saying I got? Where is it? Do you mean I have to go off on this one?
Damn
here?
it, Gorilla, get back on track. I got shit to do today.
That sounds about right.
And Mikey says PvP equal season 5 episode 15 the Ferris wheel. There you go.
That's probably the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, that was a really scary one.
You're well. And Bogart was one of the early Southern generals during the American Civil War. His name was P.T. Beauregard. Well, I guess that's better than T.P.
Wow.
You get it? It's
Yeah,
a toilet paper joke.
Yeah, TP would have been a bad name, yes.
Well, Ulysses S. Grant, that's not his actual name there. His name was like Hughes Ulysses Grant or something like that. And he thought his initials HUG made him sound like a freaking sissy, so he changed his name.
Well, it seemed to work out for him.
Yeah.
Didn't he become president after the war for a while, right?
Yeah. He served
Not a very good one, but he was president.
Yeah, but still, I mean, you got to be doing something right to get elected, to the highest office. So.
Oh, come on! Look who we got elected now.
Oh, let's not go talk about
politics. Yeah, no,
That's too depressing.
I'm just making one comment. But I'm just making a point. Hey, Mikey says, "Ding, ding, ding! Grandma Walton versus Grandpa Walton." LOL.
Oh my God, I would love to. If you could do an AI generated boxing match between Grandma and Grandpa Walton, that would be something I'd probably take a look at. That could be pretty funny.
I'll talk to Pickles in the backstage.
I'm betting Grandma's going to win that one in a knockout, though. I'm just saying.
Well, Grandpa would just stand there and take it and love every minute of it.
Well, the thing is, first thing, Grandma will punch Grandpa in the gut and bend him over, and then she'll she'll grab him by the head and do like a body slam, and it'll be all over.
Oh, no, this sec, I got. So you're saying what's the term I'm looking for? So you're saying Grandpa has a masochism disorder?
I have no idea what
that's close enough.
The sexual masculine disorder is men who get horny or get off on having the shit beaten out of them by women.
Oh, he's like a masochist, you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, you never know. I don't know if Grandma's got a leather costume in the closet there. Maybe she's got a whip and the whole thing. But now there's another AI scene I wouldn't mind seeing, actually.
Hey, Jerm, what was that store that got in trouble about a year or two ago? That sells all the gift gear. So you said you got Grandpa to the shop at
oh lordy.
Oh, what was that store?
I can't remember which one got in trouble for it.
We should probably get back to the episode eventually.
Yeah, we better. And I can't remember what it starts with a B, I believe. Let's see. Richmond, Virginia was throughout the most of the Civil War. It was. Yeah. They didn't conquer till like later on here.
Yeah, I guess Richmond was like the capital of the Confederacy, were they not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Each capital is like 100 miles apart from each other, but neither army decided to move on the capitals. So yeah, here's John's reading the letter, blah blah blah. Talk about right here.
What puppy?
And John's like, "Oh, I'll fill you in later."
John should have just kept it as a hush puppy.
Yeah, John will fill her in when he's grabbing the special sock.
John will inform her later when they're up in the bedroom, and then she'll be more receptive, so to speak.
Yeah, so Grandma's packing the bag and they can't find the picture of Luke's mother. They're like, it's been on the desk, and they're like, well, where is it? Where is it? They'll keep looking for it. Blah blah blah. There. So
Well, this is when it really starts to get supernatural at this point.
then John Boy's reading about the spirit books and they're blah blah blah, and he's saying is all interesting and superstitious stuff, blah blah blah. Then here Ben and them.
But seriously, it's like, oh,
What?
Go ahead. No, go
No,
ahead.
go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say it really gets supernatural when the picture disappears, because it's like the picture moves, because the mother moves the picture, it seems, and that's like getting really spooky.
Yeah.
Listen to this. Just listen to this.
Oh, that's ain't the scene, but anyhow.
And when heeded by
and the guy heed the message, blah blah blah. This ain't the scene I want right here. There's no way they can sneak out of that house quietly. That especially since Olivia and John are still up, you don't think they're gonna hear the stairs creaking or the tap 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 going down the steps or nothing, or Grandma and Grandpa are right underneath the steps. They're not gonna hear it.
Well, you never know. Paul and Olivia could be busy, preoccupied with other things.
Yeah, I'm sure the situation, both Grandpa and John are going to be playing a little cover.
That cover is, oh, John, oh, John, oh, Zeb, oh, Zeb, oh, John.
Hey, whatever you have to do.
So you're talking like kind of duck and cover, but not in the traditional sense. Oh my God! I think we've nailed a few gems again tonight, guys.
Oh, don't worry, I got a couple clips coming out tonight.
Oh Lordy! Oh my God!
Sometimes I sit and wonder how half the shit that comes out of my mouth does.
I gotta say, Gorilla, we can get pretty bad at times, but it's all in good fun.
Yeah.
I just chalk it up to being a primate.
Primate.
There we go.
Hey, you got a better job than your cousins in the gorilla house at the zoo.
That's for sure.
So I'm gonna skip part of this here. They're calling for the spirit, and they're spelling up.
Spirit. Spirit, what do you have to tell Luke? What do you have to tell Luke, Spirit? T R A I N.
All right, so I was liking you got that nice subtle creepy music. It's very very subtle, but it's very creepy
good
music. And you know exactly what they're spelling out, but you just got that they're going slow. They're acting the part. That's the part that makes this so good. Is that you know what they're saying, but they're doing slow there, and they're putting the pieces together slowly on this. But here's the part that really got me.
Train. We know he's going on it. Jason, put your hands back on it quick. Spirit, are you still there, Spirit? Spirit, what about the train? What about the train?
Yeah, that part there, I was like wondering, what the heck's going on here? It took me a bit to piece it together, but it's like the there, but ultimately you can tell John Boy pushed it a little bit, but that's a whole different song. But
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just they spell it out for you, but yet they leave it like just a different and just there like it's something's going to happen with the train. Couldn't quite figure it out yet. Oh, just a sec. I got the emergency text here. But so yeah, it's nice and subtle here, and like it. So yeah, they're all they're coming back. He got the puppy. Now they can't find the ticket here. No, it's just so.
Soon it's getting late. Luke, you got to get changed.
Okay, come on, son.
There was a whole.
I'm not even about playing. Never mind. So yeah, they're looking for
Yeah.
the ticket. They can't find it. She sewed up his shirt for him. Now he looks like the boy that's going to get the shit beat out of him on the playground. So yeah, they're looking everywhere for.
It just keeps adding up, right? You got the missing photo, you got the missing ticket. It's like obviously, mother in the afterlife is trying to basically save her son.
Well, we don't quite know it at the moment, but it's a very good indications. So basically, they find the ticket behind the thing there, and they got everybody riding in the. They're still talking about that. Yeah, blah, blah. So they all load up in the back of the truck there. It's amazing how that the kids don't get sick right in the back of the truck on nights like this. You can tell where it's cold. I've ridden in the back of the trucks many times here. But so anyhow, they got to get going. And he got that natural music there. Oh, I think we're skipped it. I could skip it.
About 10 minutes till the train gets in.
There in 5.
Well, you know how much I would hurt getting lurched forward into that thing? No, my head would be the one going through the damn back window. So yeah.
Well, once again, we got a supernatural element in the story here.
Yeah.
All right, I think so. Is everybody getting hurt? It's all right. What happened, Daddy?
I don't know. I thought I saw something in the road. A deer or something.
Yeah, so John's actually all confused here. He thinks he saw something, but anyhow, we're skipping ahead here. And they're all going to be pushing. Now, this is where I got it wrong. They should have either put Elizabeth up there and just told her press the gas pedal, or put Olivia behind the wheel and had John Boy push. But no, they got John Boy. They had the two little kids and Olivia pushing while John Boy's hitting the gas.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of weak, actually. Yeah.
You need the skill behind the clutch.
Oh, you don't think Olivia can drive it?
Not as well as John or John Boy.
Okay.
Those clutches are tricky. You don't want someone not real good at it to try rocking that back or forth. You end up running over all of them.
So that makes more sense there. Thank you. I've never driven a clutch, so.
Yeah, me neither.
And the whole time here.
I'm supposed to miss it.
Oh, that's the line I wanted to catch. This whole time you're hearing the whistle blow, and Olivia's now like, it's like we're supposed to miss the train. Like that supernatural element that we're going to miss the train. So push, and after the train leaves, they finally rock it free.
So you think Olivia was finally starting to understand what was actually happening, Gorilla?
No, but you can tell it confused her.
Not so much confused, but she's beginning to accept what's going on, and they ain't making that train.
Maybe she's starting to realize her friend in the afterlife is just trying to protect her son.
Well, I don't think it's her. I think she's chalking up more to as divine intervention than spirits from the afterlife coming back to save the son. I think she's thinking it was more of divine intervention.
Okay, I could see
Divine
that.
intervention comes in many ways.
I could see that, Gorilla, but I think the two of them could be connected, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Let's see. Grandma Walton, stop slipping, Pa. Yeah, goes out. Sorry if ITV takes time. We are just having some ITV.
Yeah.
I meant it.
If it.
Sometimes I type an extra letter by mistake.
Yeah, and Mikey says, Olivia, careful where you putting that rod, John. Rock.
Okay, if John had been careful where he's putting that rod, they wouldn't have all those kids. Come on. Oh, Lord.
There's an old saying.
You set us up for that one, Mikey.
No, there's an old saying. A poke in the butt prevents a bump.
Well, I suppose that's true enough. Oh my God. I never would have thought the Waltons was so rich for like sex jokes, but I've realized over the last few months that it actually really is.
Hey, but I'm just blaming on modern TV's ruined us.
Yeah, back when I watched this in the 70s, it seemed much more innocent. Oh, well.
Yeah. So, you guys want to read this one?
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah.
Here we are talking about the elder Walton's night activities, and they're being haunted by Allison's spirit. LOL. One time, I saw a loose dog standing in an open truck. After a sudden stop, the poor animal flew over the tailgate and got run over. Very sad, and I saw it as a child. Well, that's kind of a shitty memory, Mikey, I gotta say. Don't put your pets in the back of your truck.
Or at least keep a hold of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, thank you for I was busy chewing on some peanut butter crackers.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
So they come out.
Always happy to hello the chat master there, Growing.
Yeah.
You missed the train, though. I better get on over to Ike's. Call Tom. Tell him Luke missed the train.
Yep. So yeah, he's gonna go over there. Then right here.
Yeah, this is a key scene.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Grandma's got a bitchin' rocking chair there.
Oh yeah, so they're real nice there. He speaks to here, and this is where we got. This is the one key scene that I've always remembered.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got him. He was just leaving for the train station. Told him what happened. We'd have Luke on the train in the morning.
Well, he'd have been worried sick if Luke hadn't been on that train.
Yeah, he most surely would.
We've already eaten, but I'll fix you something.
Thanks, Luke. How's Luke?
Oh, he's right as rain. He's in bed, and the puppy's right along up there with him.
We interrupt this broadcast for an important announcement. The 6:30 train from Rockfish was derailed this evening, and the exact cause of the accident is still unclear. All that we know at the moment is that the train, which was traveling at about 60 miles an hour, left the track and toppled down a 50-foot embankment. Rescuers report that more than 25...
Well, that was the train that you were supposed to put Luke on.
And you can tell that just creeped out Zeb real shit, and Louis just does. So I'm guessing that 25 people died on that train.
Well, I wish they'd actually left it on for a couple of more seconds, because you kind of gather that. I figure that was probably the same thing, Gorilla, that people died, but it's not clear because they cut the radio, they turned the radio off. But I think they're all realizing that's probably what happened. And poor little Luke probably could have been one of the dead if he'd been on that damn train.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want to necessarily say it outright that people died because of basic television at the time, but you can imply it heavily.
People did die though. There was that one we watched not too many weeks ago where the one, what was it, with the flute or whatever the guy was carving, and he had leukemia
Yeah.
and he was going to die. So
He was going to die, but he did not die.
oh, he
in
did
the
die.
episode. Not in the episode though.
Not in the episode, but we all know he was toast like a year later.
Yeah.
So
You can imply it all you want, but they frowned on actual death.
I suppose that could still be true in 70s TV.
I suppose they had to keep it G-rated.
Yeah, I guess Waltons generally was. Yeah.
Especially
anyway,
family show. Something like MASH, they got away with it because that was more on the dramatic and adult end. This was supposed to be fit for children to watch.
Yeah, MASH was a war story, so he expected people to die.
Well, I mean, MASH, they were always, they always had the casualties coming in almost every episode where they were, sewing people back together and pulling, shrapnel or whatever out of their guts. So, I mean, all the blood and stuff, it was definitely not family hour stuff for sure.
Yeah.
I know.
Those poor people. Thank God we missed it.
And that's the key right here. Right here. Right here is the key.
Oh, this is what really creeped me out, because it's like, how did this picture get from the room upstairs to the fireplace? And that's like, you got to say, okay, there's supernatural shit happening here.
Yeah.
Because the photo just doesn't teleport, down a flight of stairs on its own, while it shouldn't, right? But it seems like it did.
Yeah.
Alice. It's Luke's picture. How'd it get there?
Never up there before.
Maybe one of the children found it and put it there.
Okay, Luke. Easy.
And now they're off there. So yeah, they thinking maybe the children put it there, but there's so much like creepy stuff in this. It's like,
well, even once again, the piano music in that scene was creepy, right? So it all kind of adds up. And the thing is, you could ask every kid, like, did you take that picture from downstairs and put it on the fireplace? And it's like, no, Pa. It's like, no, Ma. It's like, it wouldn't take too many minutes to figure out that none of the kids had anything to do with putting it on the fireplace. So yeah, it's pretty creepy.
So, yeah, so. All right, so now on to our epilogue. There are forces in our lives that we can understand and explain. There are others that mystify and confuse us, but who is there to say that the strong bond of love that existed between a mother and her child had to be severed by death? For love is a force that lives without beginning, without end. It is an energy that brings substance and nourishment to the human spirit. Of all endowments, the ability to love is the most ennobling, and such is a mystery that the power of love can be felt beyond death, beyond time. Alrighty. Well, you guys already know what my grade is. This is A+. This is one of the top 5 episodes for me. There's a nice, slow, dramatic scenes. It's spelled out for you, but yet it gives you mystery. It's a nice, good old ghost story and all that.
I suppose if you like that sort of stuff. But I had to go with C+. The story was very hollow to me. I saw everything coming within the first 5 minutes or so, and there wasn't really any emotional hook to keep it going.
Okay. PvP?
You there, PvP?
Oh, I guess I'll catch up on chat here real quick. Let's see. Earward. Nope, I read that one. I was eating cinnamon toast and our jokes almost made me burst. Well, I'm glad we made you laugh. Woo, freak out time. And Pops the Gorilla Rim Cots, are you signing out after the stream? After the end of the stream? Well, sometimes we sit and talk, sometimes we don't. But I should be around for a minute or two after the stream, at least. Then Mikey says Mash treated death as humane as possible. Fact of life. I believe Waltons treated the concept of death the same way. Great writing in both series. Yeah, it was. Ultimately, I give this episode a B plus, 4.4 out of 5 stars. Okay, and PvP, it sounds like you're back. PvP?
Let's
Oh,
see.
there you go.
Yeah, I'll give this one. I give this one probably a B plus. It's a really good episode. There are others that I enjoy more, but it's pretty damn solid. So I probably got to go with a B plus.
Okay. Well, we are all over the board here, and how to? Oh yeah, I remember I had to actually go into YouTube for the poll. So that's so long since I had a poll.
Well, I was tempted to put the here to here gorilla stupid crap, but I thought, oh well, I'll be generous because it's a good episode. So I figured I got to give it the B plus. So
And I got away because Brave for some reason is real slow on pulling up the chat.
I gotta say, gorilla, it looks like you tied with your crap pull to the bees. That's pretty good.
Do I have to refresh this damn thing? Come on, pull up the chat! You stupid!
You're not seeing your pull?
Well, the thing's not high. The chat's not popping up on Brave like it usually does.
That's weird. I see the poll completely here.
Yeah. With 8 votes, B plus to B minus ties with Here to Hear Stupid Crap from Gorilla.
Oh.
Yeah, they both got 38%. The A level got 12, and the C level got another 12. So pretty much all over the map, really.
Yeah. But I don't think it's fair if people gave it an F, they wouldn't listen to a review. So they're just here to hear what crap comes out of my mouth. Yeah, man, I at least got. There's a couple different things I'll probably be clipping out of this one. So,
I see. I don't know if you're going to read some of the chat, Gorilla, because there's some stuff in the chat you might want to catch up on.
I just did.
Yeah, he has, except for Mikey's last comment.
No, I guess
he's a ghost. LO eggnog white.
Okay, I stepped away for a minute, so I guess I missed that.
Yeah. So, thank you, Mikey64, for coming. He has his 18 reviews on Tuesdays there. Then he does the occasional topic times during the week there. So make sure to check him out. And thank you, Pop Culture Curator, for coming. Pop does his Lots of Space reviews on Mondays at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Horror sci-fi on Tuesdays. And this week is Dracula, Prince of Darkness at 8 o'clock on Tuesday. Then we do 2 episodes of Gilligan's Island on Wednesdays. Then it's Rumblings from the Lab on Saturdays at 7 or at 8 o'clock there. Let's see. Scroll. Thank you, Christine Hurst, for coming. She's starting to do live streams and all that, so make sure to give her a sub and to check her out.
I just wondered about Pop's comment there. If you're signing out after the end of the stream, is Pop wanting to chat or something? Like I'm a little bit confused.
I'll check X you. I got no messages.
Okay.
Thank you, Scurvy, known as Lemon Pie, for coming.
Hey, Lemon.
Scroll. Thank you, Oiler Greg, for coming on his channel. He has spoiler-free reviews. There are movies he's watching that, so make sure to check him out. And thank you to Trusty 8 for coming. On his channel, he does these kind of vlogs there, stuff that's going on, random chats and stuff. It's very, very interesting to listen to him there, so make sure to check him out. And thank you, Pickles, known as LDG, hashtag free the net, for coming. If you ever need a place to hang out or need some IT help, it's always freethenet.org/underground. We got a new channel that goes, Jesus, take care. No, are you sure, Pop? Because I could be around for a little while. Because the only other thing going on for sure is last call with Troy Pacelli there. So, PvP, what you got going on?
I'm working on my third playlist of power pop bands, and I was actually working on it quite a while last night, and I think it's just about finished. I just got to run through it and kind of rearrange the song order, which I kind of like to try and get a good song order going. But I'll probably post it live, make it public tomorrow. It's still in private mode, but I'll probably put it in public mode sometime tomorrow. So that's pretty much it, actually, Gorilla.
Okay, Jerm, what you got going on?
Tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., we'll be watching another cartoon. The winner of the poll was 40%. The Adventures of Flash Gordon. Then on Tuesday, episode 4 of Andromeda. And on Thursday, we'll have another Nerd Night open panel with 100% less dick.
Oh my goodness.
So you're going to authenticate and verify that people are dressed?
You need to provide Social Security, fingerprint, and blood sample.
Oh, don't. Yeah, don't.
Thankfully, I already have that on most of you.
And don't forget the credit card with the security code and expiration date, right?
Oh, I wouldn't scam you like that. That's for the rubes in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. All right, yeah.
Yeah, that's something I never wanted to say. That's for sure.
Hey, Jerb, you gotta make that next week's stream titled "Open Panel with 100% Less Dick." You gotta name it that.
We'll
that
see.
Would be good. This is a dick-free zone.
Yeah, you can even make the thumbnail. That's a thumbnail.
Oh God!
You know, if it's not my channel, I'd be doing that.
Oh my God! You know how can some dick provide so much entertainment, eh, guys?
Yeah, Mike says,
Lord.
"Poor Jerm crying and laughing." And was Jill there when that happened? No, Jill only came to my stream, and that's because I begged and pleaded and made promises I knew I'd never keep.
No, fortunately, Jill was not there to see that atrocity. So
Yeah. And Mikey says open dickless chat. Alrighty. As for me, I already got the things made for tomorrow is Return to the Lost World review. And PvP, you might enjoy these movies that we watched. The Lost World and Return to the Lost World.
I haven't seen them though, so I probably won't have time to join that. But because I'll probably actually I know Pop has his Saturday night live stream. When do you do when are you doing Lost World?
We already did Lost World last week, but Return to the Lost World will be tomorrow at 6.
That's
your
4
time.
time.
Your time.
Yeah, my time. So it'll be 4 o'clock your time.
Okay, I could potentially do it. The trouble is I got so much going on that I don't know if I have time to actually watch a movie. Like I need to watch Lost in Space for Monday, and I need to watch Dracula for Tuesday. So that's already like at least 2.5 hours of watch time. So I'll probably have to give it a pass, Gorilla. But I'll definitely be there for Mad Max 3 on the Sunday stream for sure.
Alrighty. So yeah, then Mad Max 3 will be on Sunday. I already got that thumbnail up and going.
Looking forward to it.
We'll have Justified season 4 episodes 5 and 6 on Wednesday. After Germ's open chat, we'll be we'll have Cringe Stock with the creeping terror from 1964. Then after that, it'll be Germ's turn, where it'll be Revenge Cringe Stock, and we're watching we're watching a bunch of Russians dance around it. The way it looks.
No, it's worse than that. It's a bunch of Frenchies dancing to Russian music.
Good
So we
Lord.
got the fucking hairy armpits. So we're gonna see a bunch of hairy armpits.
I don't recall.
I
You
seriously
don't have to do that for Cringe Stock. I'll let you get away with putting that on a review.
I seriously hope there's never a movie worse than the one we watched yesterday on Cringe Stock, because that was one of the most god awful pieces of crap I have ever seen in my entire life.
PvP, is that a challenge?
Yes, it is. Of course it is. If you can come up with a movie worse than that, you come up with a movie more boring and pointless than that thing, I'll have to give you like a thumbs up for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I know what we can do for Cringe Stock. It's not really much cringy, but it's filled with bad science. It's called Stonado.
Never heard of it. Probably for a good reason.
Yeah, and the made-for-TV sci-fi.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh
my goodness.
It is entertaining. It is entertaining. I will say that.
Well, that's a step up from yesterday's movie then.
Yeah, but so anyhow, then next week our Waltons review episode is the graduation, where John Boy finally graduates from high school. Woohoo! So,
wow, that could be a good one.
So with that, we got 2 more chats here. There you go. This girl's fault on that this way. Oh, don't worry, Mikey. I'll get you corrupted even worse. There he goes. I love you guys. All right. All right. Good night, Mikey. Good night, Pop. Good night, Jerry.